Hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Live at the Waterhole. We're first up, we're at Jamala in the Madikwe Game Reserve of the Northwest Province of South Africa. My name is Ralph Kirsten. And what does the bush hold in store for us today? Well, you'll have to sit back, relax, and watch as the animals come down to quench their thirsts and cool off. Now, as per usual, please don't forget that this is a live and interactive experience, so we'd love for you to jump on board with us and send us through your questions and your comments. You can do that by going on the WildEarth website and registering. You can also join the conversation on X, formerly known as Twitter, using the hashtag WildEarth. Also on the YouTube live chat. Lots of elephants down here at Jamala once again. So, what a treat it is for us. There were lots more elephants at the waterhole, but you can see a lot of them filing on out on that elephant highway. And hello to you, Ariel. Thanks for your comment. And yes, happy New Year's Eve. And that goes for everybody as well. So it seems to be a little bit hotter here at Jamala than it was yesterday. But that being said, I think let's go and have a look what the weather's going to be like across all the different locations. So a bit of a mixed bag. There's some sun, there's some clouds, and there's also some rain. But typical summer's day, still quite warm across the board. It seems like most of these elephants have now done their thing, cooled off, had a drink, and off they go. Sanjeev, thanks for your comment. And yes, indeed, the last show for the year. And looking at the date, I think you can check that it is, in fact, 123, I think, the actual day today. Some blue wildebeest making their way in. So, Kelly, thanks very much for your comment and all the well wishes. And all the way from the US. Lovely to have you on board with us as we watch a number of blue wildebeest coming through now. Looks like they're going to go for a drink. And always nice to see the little calves too. Very different colored coats than the adults. And thanks for your comment, Ilana. And always lovely to see the little babies. And in this case, the little baby blue wildebeest. You can hear a long-billed crombeck calling. That's him there.
If you're hooked on Africam's live wildlife cams, then it's high time you joined Africam All Access. As a member, you'll be part of an exclusive pack with plenty of perks like uninterrupted, crystal clear streams, access to our chat feature, chances to flaunt your photo skills, and of course, exclusive content. Just head on over to Africam's YouTube channel and hit that join button to sign up for Africam All Access.
So I think some of those individuals, they were just licking the ground next to the waterhole, and I think getting in some of those mineral salts, performing geophagia or eating of the dirt. You can see sometimes they even sort of hoof the ground and just loosen it up a little bit and then lick the dirt. Chloe, thanks for your question. And well, the wildebeest will just carry on eating that as long as they feel necessary. So they normally do it for 5 to 10 minutes or so. I think it all depends on the individual and how much they just want to have. Really, we see the elephants also doing this, the impala as well, and the zebra. But it's the first time I've seen the wildebeest go onto that side and actually feed over there. Normally, well, there's a couple of spots just closer to us and then a little bit off to the left of the waterhole as well. It's the first time I've seen them doing or eating over there. That sounds like a little calf calling. So Beatrice, I do think that they drank just when they arrived on the left hand side of the waterhole, and then they sort of made their way around. So I think they've already gotten in enough water for this particular visit. They might even go back for another drink after they've been eating all of this dirt. Maybe help in washing it down. So Franna, next to a waterhole like this, it's probably as a result of evaporation and the deposits from the sort of water itself. So these animals have been doing this at a couple of different sites. And obviously, it seems like there's quite big deposits of minerals here. So I think this could continue on for quite some time. and I don't really think it's going to run out very quickly because, as I say, they've got different sites that they can go to, and I think there might be sort of even more areas. Some of them now grassed over, but I think they could continue in this greater area doing this right into the future. Alrighty, so lovely start here at Jamala, and I'm sure the elephants are going to probably start rolling through. So we'll keep an eye on it. But in the meantime, I think let's head to the Greater Kruger Park and Juma, where it seems nice and calm here for now. It was rather windy and rainy the last couple of days. Just having a look at these blacksmith lapwings. Resident. He's having a good old head scratch there.
Welcome to Destination Safari, the WildEarth travel show that showcases luxurious safari lodges. Overlooking a river plain is the Hlorsi Game Lodge. Today we're going to explore this wonderful retreat, offering rich game viewing and luxurious accommodation for the whole family.
So it sounds like red-billed buffalo weavers calling, as well as the Meade's long-tailed starling. You can hear the ringneck dove now as well. There's some crickets and cicadas also calling. I think that little bird calling now is a tawny-flanked plinier. So, Tina, yeah, the lapwings are birds, obviously they nest on the ground, and specifically around this time of the year, anything that comes near those nests will be dive bombed by the lapwings. Um, but Egyptian geese can be quite aggressive as well, especially with each other. But they can also make a lot of noise and sort of, try and chase things away that come near to their nests and their chicks, etc. So they're another species that are not scared to have a go. As we see on that branch, it looks like a foam nest frog, also known as a great tree frog, with that foam nest on this fallen over tree. The crested barbet calling. So Keith, asking, how many eggs could be inside that nest. Keith, there can be, I think, into the hundreds. Each little bubble having, its own little egg, and once the sort of little larva or tadpole starts to grow, then they'll drop off into the water one by one. It's actually quite incredible. These little frogs. I love the foam nest frogs, and they also change colors from white to black depending on if they want to absorb heat or reflect it. So Yolandi asking if these are always positioned over a water source. Yolandi, it does give the little tadpoles the best possible chance because, as I say, once they hatch, they'll sort of just drop off into the water. But they're not always over a water source because we saw at Old Donyo there was actually a foam nest next to the waterhole. So I'm not sure what is going to happen there when they actually hatch, and if those tadpoles will be able to get into the water. So it does give them the best possible chance to be over water holes like this, or a water source of some kind at least. And all of the ones that I've seen have always been over a big puddle or a small water hole or over a river, etc. Um, and I've seen lots and lots of them, except for that one at Old Donyo, which I was quite surprised about. So Oliver, these foam nest frogs, they've got an interesting. It's a little bit of a croak, but it's not like a quack. It's more. And if I get it right, yeah, I'll try. But it's just like a quack, quack. Yeah, it's. Oh, there's some really big bug that's come and landed here near to the camera. But yeah, no, lovely frogs. I really like these frogs, and they've got like very sticky toes. Um, and they don't stay in the water all the time. That you can find them up in the trees, and we regularly in the different camps we see them on a regular basis, and but they're never in the water. They're always out, and so lovely to see them close up, and they often sort of jump. We've seen them actually take hitching rides with Nyala. So the Nyala comes past and they jump, poof, and they get on its back, and then off they go, and then jumping off again into the bush. So they're quite clever little frogs. So Benji, yeah, it would be amazing to see the little frogs come out, or the tadpoles. But in all the years that I've seen them, I've never actually seen that happening. We've always just seen it like this. We see the frogs, obviously, and we see the nests, but in between, it's a bit of a mystery on when and how it happens. So just having a look around and seeing what else is to be found. So, Glenn, I'm not exactly sure if those frogs would hatch at a certain time of day. I think it would just be when they're ready, they would drop off into the water. But around when it starts to rain like this, that's when the frogs then begin with their foam nest making. As soon as it starts to become wet, then they go for it. And we found ones different times of the day when we've left camp in the morning and there weren't any around, and then in a specific spot when we've returned, suddenly it's there. Um, and we've seen ones that have appeared in the morning, ones that have appeared in the evening. And I think that the hatching would be also pretty random, as the building of those foam nests is as well. So Neil wanted to know if we've got any poisonous frogs in Africa. And yes, Neil, not quite as poisonous as you might get, I think, in the Amazon, in the rainforests, and all of that. But we have got what we call a banded rubber frog, which does have a slightly toxic slime on its body. So, but that it wouldn't kill you, and it's not extremely dangerous, but it's the most dangerous one or most poisonous frog that we have in Africa, the banded rubber frog. As we see here, this is a Indian myna, exotic alien bird. And the woodland kingfisher calling once again.
Do you yearn for a seamless and tranquil connection to nature? Download the WildEarth app and become an explorer to enjoy ad-free viewing. Stay tuned into your favorite shows and enjoy the sights and sounds of nature uninterrupted. Explorer subscriptions are available monthly, biannually, and yearly. Sign up today. WildEarth, connecting with nature.
So always worthwhile just checking on all these dead trees. There's often birds perched there, and you never know. Maybe we'll even spot a genet or a leopard. So Brenda, you want to know when is the best time to go to the bush? And I would have to say during the dry season. So that would be in our winter months. And if I have to put the best sort of 3 months, I would say July, August, September. Or, it always depends. September could still be great, but you could also have the start of the rain. Um, so maybe June, July, August, I would say. But you could, also go a little bit longer into September potentially. And that's when the best game viewing will be had. There won't be as much foliage on the trees, and the animals concentrate more so around the water holes being dry. So, just a message from WildEarth. We would want to make 2024 the best in WildEarth's history, and we do need you, the viewers, and your help. Between the 28th of December to the 4th of January, we're running a donation drive to raise 15,000 US dollars. And this will help us repair, replace, and increase our technical capabilities. This will go a very long way to helping us continue with our mission of connecting the world and people with nature. We're hoping to replace and repair radios, cameras, and hopefully also expand our areas of operations. So, if you'd like to know more, just go onto the Wild Earth website. All right, so a little bit quiet here. Well, it's not quiet. There's lots of bird calls, but we're not really seeing any animals for now. So I think we'll change of place. Let's head to Namibia and the Tosha National Park. Nice and sunny here in these parts, the same as yesterday. And you can see the little family of Egyptian geese, also with a blacksmith lapwing. Probably the two common birds that we see at just about every single waterhole. Seems to be quite a bit of wind as well. You see the ripples on the water. Looks like it's coming in for most likely a southwesterly. Looks like some springbok on the opposite bank. And here comes an egret. I think it's a cattle egret off on the right there. And as usual, an oryx going for a swim. So, Theo, these are called cattle egrets because they're very often associated with cattle. So sometimes they can even sit on the backs of the cows, but generally they'll just move where the cows are moving, because the as the cows walk, they sort of bump out insects, and then the egrets go in and feast on them. So they follow the cows and they stay close to them as they're walking, especially, and then they get the insects that are chased out by the walking cows. And there's still the lone oryx or gemsbok having a dip and a swim. So there's a number of springbok dotted around. They seem to be the most numerous now. There's only one oryx that I can see, and he seems to have finished at the waterhole. So, Penelope, you're waiting for the green grass here at Okukuyo. Yeah, we can expect that probably, I would say, around February. Will This area is going to be totally transformed.
Nurture your connection with nature with our weekly newsletter. Become an explorer and receive the latest word from the wild in your inbox. Catch up with your favorite WildEarth characters. Watch the week's memorable wildlife encounters. Stay up to date with the happenings and what to expect from WildEarth. Sign up today and get the best seats on the largest safari vehicle in the world. WildEarth, connecting with nature.
So that zebra is slowly drinking now. No rush. And you see off to the left a lot of the springbok actually in the shade of that leadwood tree. So you can hear some voices there. This camera is just above the viewing area, and obviously people there on site also enjoying the wildlife at the Okukuyo Waterhole. So, Teresa, you're asking about the knob-billed ducks or the comb ducks that we've seen at Tau in the Matikwe Game Reserve. Teresa, yeah, they are pretty rare to see. I've only seen a handful in my whole life, so they are quite widely distributed, but they're sort of an uncommon bird. You don't see them at a lot of waterholes, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to see them anywhere else but there at Tau. So it's a lovely sighting, that, and they are quite strange looking birds, I must say. So Riley, you want to know what what that knob is for? Um, I'm not quite sure. I'm actually going to have a look into it, and I'll get back to you, Riley. It's you know, with the likes of trumpeter hornbills, they've got sort of an extra part to the bill, but it does assist them in the calls that they make. So that's what it is for them. But could it be just for display, mating purposes? But I'll do a bit of digging and let you know. All right, so just straight up, they say that the comb duck is so called because the male has a round knob on top of the bill, which is particularly prominent in the breeding season. So I think that is actually what it comes down to. And the word comb can mean the comb you use for your hair, but also has a number of meanings relating to a crest. Right, so a little bit quiet here now. Well, there's the springbok, as always, and just the odd other animal. We had an oryx and now a zebra, but we'll keep our eye here in Etosha. But I think let's head back to the greater Kruger and Juma. Obviously, lots of birds calling here constantly. A little bit of wind picking up. And here, rattling sesticula. There, tweet, tweet, tweet. There is a blue wildebeest there. Not sure what he's up to. He's just walking along the road. There he comes.
If you're hooked on Africam's live wildlife cams, then it's high time you joined Africam All Access. As a member, you'll be part of an exclusive pack with plenty of perks like uninterrupted, crystal clear streams, access to our chat feature, chances to flaunt your photo skills, and of course, exclusive content. Just head on over to Africam's YouTube channel and hit that join button to sign up for Africam All Access.
Oh, is that a Nyala? Yes, that is a Nyala bull. Could there be more than one? Looks like it. Just hidden in there behind these, if they're raisin bushes. Oh, three of them. Little bachelor herd. So this little group, it doesn't seem like they're in any kind of competition whatsoever. But in fact, I think they're hanging around together as a small bachelor herd. And the blue wildebeest joining them, making up the group of boys. They are very good looking antelope, are the Nyala bulls. It's one of the only antelope that I've seen eating these the poison apples, they eat that. And there's a number of other noxious plants that they eat as well. They must obviously be able to neutralize the protein in the stomach. Tina, I have to agree with you. Nyala are some of the best looking antelope. Um, I tend to, though, think that oryx are a little bit more elegant than the Nyala, but that's just my personal preference. But they are amazing, both of them. In contrast with the wildebeest, who looks a little bit awkward. It's like he's been put together with parts from different animals. He's got the face of a bat, he's got the horns of a buffalo, and he's got the tail of a zebra. But that coat, I'm not quite sure. Maybe a little bit of Nyala or something like that. So, Almarie, you want to know if the Nyala bulls actually ever do lock horns and fight? Well, Almarie, it doesn't happen often, but yes, they do. If they you don't get a winner and a loser with the dance, and it continues, and they still sort of neck and neck, they equally matched. They will lock horns. I've seen it a couple of times, but not on a regular basis. That's for sure. Mostly there is a winner and a loser with the very elaborate dance that they do, and one normally walks off and leaves the dominant one continuing on his display. But it's not always that it goes like that. So there can be a bit of fighting between them as well. Sounds like there might be some squirrels just running around here near the camera. So Neil, it does look like the wildebeest's got stripes, but it's just like thicker hair in that areas that look like stripes. There's some movement here around the camera. So just having a look nice and close here. Often the little squirrels jump onto that sort of dish. No. All right, so as always, lovely here in Juma as we see the wildebeest with those male nyalas. But let's change of place once again. Let's head back to the Madikwe Game Reserve and Jamala, where we've got lots of ellies getting stuck into the water. This is lovely. Always fun to watch, especially when the youngsters get going. They're having an absolute ball.
I am Mike Anderson. Welcome to Eco Training Pridelands Conservancy. Nothing like a good scratch. Hey, Susan, no. Oh, look at her, she's absolutely gorgeous. And look at this, there's a massive, I think it's a female rock python, and how incredible is that? Look at these two pushing each other.
Hello boy, how are you?
So, in just a little over a minute, we will be introducing all of the Africam waterholes as well. So we'll have lots more locations to jump around to. But until then, we can just enjoy these elephants here at Tamala.